Let me tell y'all something. Everybody wants success, but nobody wants to wait for it. You want the dream job, the perfect relationship, the $1 million house, but you want it right now. We live in a world where you can order food, stream movies, and get packages delivered the same day, so now we think success should work the same way. Success takes time. That's a fact. But the problem is, most people don't want to hear it. We live in a world that's all about speed, fast food, fast internet, fast results. Everything is on demand. You want a song, stream it. You want groceries, order them. You want success? Well, that's where people get stuck, because success doesn't come with a shortcut. It doesn't have an express delivery option. No, real success, the kind that lasts, takes time. People love looking at the highlight reel of someone else's life. They see the money, the fame, the lifestyle, and they think, man, I want that. But what they don't see is the years of work that came before the success. Nobody posts the struggle. Nobody shows the late nights, the early mornings, the failures, the setbacks, the doubt, the frustration. They just show you the finished product. And that's why so many people get discouraged. They think, why isn't it happening for me yet? See, the reason most people give up is because they expect success to happen on their timeline. They want the results right now. But life doesn't work like that. You can't plant a seed today and expect a tree tomorrow. You can't go to the gym for a week and expect to look like a bodybuilder. Everything worth having requires time, effort, and patience. Look at anybody who's made it. Athletes, business owners, entertainers, professionals. Every single one of them had to put in the time. You don't just wake up one day and become great. You become great by showing up day after day, even when it feels like nothing is happening. You build your skills, you improve little by little, you push through the failures. And one day, all that effort pays off. But if you quit too soon, if you rush the process, you never get to see what was waiting for you on the other side. Think about the most successful people in the world. Every single one of them has a story of struggle, sacrifice, and patience. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job and told she wasn't fit for TV. Now look at her. Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. Now his name is legendary. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. Imagine that. Disney, the man behind some of the most creative work in history, was told he didn't have what it takes. What if these people had given up? What if they had decided success was taking too long? Most people never reach their full potential because they don't give it enough time. They quit right before the breakthrough. They get frustrated when things aren't happening fast enough, and they walk away. But here's the thing, just because you don't see the results yet doesn't mean it's not working. Success is like a seed underground. It's growing even when you can't see it. It's developing roots, gaining strength, preparing to rise. The people who succeed are the ones who stay patient and keep watering that seed even when it looks like nothing is happening. The truth is, if success came easy, everybody would have it. But the fact that it takes time is what makes it valuable. The struggle, the waiting, the lessons you learn along the way, that's what shapes you into the person who can handle success when it comes. If you got everything you wanted, the moment you wanted it, you wouldn't appreciate it. You wouldn't be ready for it. See, success isn't just about reaching the goal. It's about who you become on the journey. The hard work, the discipline, the perseverance. That's what prepares you for the life you're trying to build. That's what gives you the wisdom and strength to keep going even when things get tough. There will be times when you feel like nothing is happening. Times when you question if all the effort is even worth it. That's normal. But what separates the successful from the unsuccessful is who keeps going when nothing seems to be working. Success isn't about luck. It's about persistence. It's about trusting the process, even when the results aren't immediate. The problem is most people don't have the patience to wait for the roots to grow. They want to see the results instantly. They want to wake up one day and have everything they dreamed of. But they don't want to go through the process of building the foundation. And that's exactly why so many people quit too soon. They stop watering their dreams. They stop believing. They stop putting in the effort. All because they think their hard work isn't paying off. But what they don't realize is that growth is always happening, even when you can't see it. Look at a bamboo tree. When you plant it for the first 5 years, nothing seems to happen. 5 years. No sign of progress. No visible growth. If you were just looking at the surface, you'd think it was a complete failure. But what's happening underground? That tree is growing the strongest root system possible. It's getting ready. And then, boom! In just a few weeks, it shoots up nearly 90 feet. That's how life works. The things you're working on, the effort you're putting in, it's all creating something beneath the surface. The problem is most people won't wait 5 years. Most people won't wait 5 months. Some won't even wait 5 weeks before they give up. The world we live in makes it even harder to trust the process. Social media has made it seem like success happens overnight. You see people showing off their achievements, their money, their accomplishments, and it makes you feel like you're behind. But what you don't see is the years of work that came before that post. You don't see the failures, the sacrifices, the discipline it took to get there. You just see the finished product. And because of that, you start thinking something must be wrong with you. You start thinking, why isn't it happening for me? But the truth is it is happening. You just can't see it yet. Imagine a person working out. They hit the gym every day. They eat right. They put in the effort. But after a few weeks, they look in the mirror and don't see a huge difference. That's when most people quit. But if they had kept going, if they had trusted the process, they would have realized their body was changing. Muscles were forming, fat was burning, endurance was building. But because it wasn't visible fast enough, they assumed nothing was happening. Growth happens first on the inside, and if you don't understand that, you'll always walk away too soon. Success isn't about who moves the fastest. It's about who can hold on the longest. The people who make it are the ones who keep working even when they feel like nothing is happening. They keep pushing even when there's no applause, no reward, no recognition. They understand that every single effort, every single step is doing something, even if they can't see the results yet. Think about an ice cube sitting in a room. If the temperature is at 25 degrees, that ice isn't melting. If you raise it to 26 degrees, still nothing. 27, 28, 29, it looks like no change is happening. But once you get to 32 degrees, everything starts shifting. The ice melts, not because of that final degree, but because of all the heat that built up before it. Life works the same way. Every action you take, every ounce of effort you put in is raising your temperature. You might not see the melting yet, but that doesn't mean the heat isn't building. Most people quit at 29 degrees. They think, man, I've been putting in the work, I've been showing up, but nothing is changing. So they walk away. They stop pushing. But they don't realize They were just 3 degrees away from their breakthrough. They don't realize the work they were doing was preparing them for the moment when everything was about to shift. Pressure is part of the process. A lot of people want success, but they don't want the weight that comes with it. They want the rewards, but they don't want the challenges, the setbacks, the struggles. What they don't realize is that pressure is what makes success possible. Without pressure, there is no strength. Without struggle, there is no growth. Without resistance, there is no progress. Everything valuable in life is shaped by pressure. Think about a diamond. It starts as a lump of coal, something ordinary, something that looks like it has no value. But when it's put under extreme pressure and heat, something incredible happens. That coal transforms. It becomes one of the most precious, sought-after stones in the world. The pressure is what turns it into a diamond. If you remove the pressure, you remove the transformation. The same thing applies to people. The struggles you face, the hardships you go through, the obstacles that seem impossible, those are the things shaping you into the person who can handle success. The truth is, the longer you wait, the harder it gets. The more you delay, the more comfortable you get in your excuses. You convince yourself that now isn't the time, that later will be better, that one day you'll get around to it. But one day is a dangerous lie. One day keeps you stuck. One day is how dreams die. If there's something you want to do, start today. Start with whatever you have. If you want to start a business, start researching. If you want to get in shape, go for a walk. If you want to learn a new skill, pick up a book. Stop waiting for some magical moment to appear. The moment is now. Most people never start because they think they need to be perfect, but perfection is an illusion. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be willing. Willing to try, willing to fail, willing to learn, willing to keep going. Because progress is better than perfection. Taking messy action is better than taking no action at all. The most important thing you can do is start. Take that first step. Even if it's small, even if it's uncertain, just take it. Because once you start moving, momentum kicks in. Once you take that first step, the second step gets easier, then the third, then the fourth. And before you know it, you've built something. Before you know it, you're in motion. And motion is what leads to success. Belief is everything. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. Too many people go through life doubting their own potential, talking themselves out of opportunities before they even try. They tell themselves they're not smart enough, not talented enough, not lucky enough. But the truth is, the only thing stopping you is you. It's not your circumstances, it's not your background, it's not where you came from. It's your mind. If you don't believe you can do something, you won't even try. And if you don't try, you'll never know what you're truly capable of. The mind is powerful. Whatever you tell yourself every day, that's what you become. If you constantly tell yourself you can't, you'll never take action. But if you tell yourself you can, if you tell yourself you're capable, if you tell yourself you're built for this, you'll start acting like it. You'll start walking in confidence. You'll start seeing opportunities instead of limitations. The way you speak to yourself matters. The words you use shape your reality. If you keep saying, I'm not good enough, you'll find proof to support that. But if you say, I can figure this out, I'm getting better, I have what it takes, your mind will start working to make those words true. People who succeed in life aren't necessarily the smartest, the strongest, or the most talented. They are the ones who refuse to doubt themselves. They are the ones who push forward even when they don't have all the answers. They are the ones who trust themselves enough to take risks. It's not about having all the resources. It's about having the mindset that you'll figure it out. If you believe in yourself, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. A lot of people struggle with self-doubt because they've been told their whole lives that they aren't good enough.